They say betrayal never comes from your enemies, and I learned that the hard way. My name is Claire Thompson. I used to believe I had the perfect life, a loving husband, a best friend I could trust with my soul, and a career I'd worked for since college. But all it took was one letter to burn it all to the ground. Part 1. The envelope. It was a Thursday in late October. The kind of day where the sky feels heavy, like it's pressing down on you. I came home from work, rain dripping from my coat, and there it was, a plain white envelope on the kitchen counter. No return address. My name typed neatly on the front. Inside, one sentence. Ask Daniel about Olivia. Daniel, my husband. Olivia, my best friend since high school. At first, I laughed. It felt absurd. Daniel and Olivia barely spoke when they were in the same room. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized maybe that was the point. They were too careful. That night, I asked Daniel casually if he'd seen Olivia lately. He hesitated just for a second before saying no. That hesitation was like a crack in glass. Small, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Part 2. The day over the next week, I started noticing things I'd never paid attention to before. Danielle's late nights at work. Olivia's sudden excuses for not meeting up. The way they both avoided eye contact when we were all together. I told myself I was imagining it, that I was paranoid. But the seed had been planted, and it was growing fast. One night, I dreamed I was standing in a room full of mirrors, but every reflection was slightly wrong. Danielle's smile was too wide. Olivia's eyes were too cold. I woke up with my heart pounding, and I knew something was coming. Part 3. Flashbacks. I kept remembering the early days. Meeting Olivia in high school, sharing secrets in the back of the library, introducing her to Daniel at a summer barbecue. The way she laughed when she said, "You two are perfect for each other." Those memories used to make me smile. Now they felt like clues I'd missed. Part 4. The hotel. It was a Friday. Daniel said he had to stay late to finish a project. I waited 15 minutes, then drove to his office. His car wasn't there. I called Olivia. No answer. I drove without thinking, my hands gripping the wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. And then I saw them parked outside a small hotel on the edge of town. Danielle's hand was on her cheek. She was smiling in a way I hadn't seen in years. My heart didn't just break, it shattered. But I didn't confront them. Not yet. I drove home, sat in the dark, and thought about every moment of the last 10 years. Every laugh, every hug, every promise. All of it felt poison now. Part 5. The second letter. The next morning, I packed a bag and left. I stayed with my sister 2 states away, ignoring the world for weeks. Then, one day, another envelope arrived. Same type, same neat typing. This time, now you know, but you don't know everything. Inside was a USB drive. On it, emails. Dozens of them. Daniel and Olivia had been planning this for months. Not just an affair, they'd been stealing from me. My savings, my investments, even my retirement account. Olivia had access to my finances because she'd helped me set them up years ago. Daniel had been moving the money into an account under her name. Part 6. The confrontation. I called Daniel. My voice was calm, but inside I was shaking. "I know everything," I said. Silence. Then a sigh. "Clear, it's not what you think. It's exactly what I think." He hung up. Part 7. The fallout. I went to the police. The investigation took months. In the end, they were both arrested for fraud. I got some of my money back, but not all. The rest was gone forever. People ask me if I ever found out who sent the letters. I didn't. Maybe it was someone who worked with them. Maybe it was a stranger who saw too much. Or maybe it was someone who knew exactly what betrayal feels like and didn't want me to suffer in silence. Part 8. The blank page. It's been 3 years now. I live in a small apartment by the ocean. I work remotely. I keep my circle small. And have learned something important. Betrayal doesn't define you, but it does change you. It teaches you to listen to the silences between words, to watch the pauses in conversations, to trust your instincts when something feels wrong. The last letter I ever got was blank. No words, just an empty page. And somehow that said everything.